Hello, my beautiful soul family. What a time to be alive. I have so much to go through with you about what's going on right now energetically, what we're meant to be embodying, what we're releasing, the threshold that we are walking through. I've been meditating on this energy for the collective, for today, for the next 4 weeks, and I felt so much pain and then I felt so much excitement. It was kind of a roller coaster of a meditation. It was a whirlwind. I wasn't surprised though. I think a lot of it actually made sense, and there was a strong pull to just be here in the now and to not go too far in the future and to not hang on to the past. But before I get ahead of myself, I do want to address the pain that we're currently releasing, the heartbreak that I feel has happened for a lot of us, but in a really positive way to really break us open, to basically just push the floodgates open because, man, it has been a marathon, okay? Like, such a marathon, so much weight, such a long, heavy journey for a lot of us. But there's been specifically like, it feels like this threshold is actually the point where we leave behind actually how heavy this part of the journey has been. And it feels like what you've been through has been so painful, and it's all been about releasing an identity, and it's been about releasing karmic ties, energetic ties, connections that hold you back. But most importantly, it's been about you overcoming your fears. Okay. And I want to say you've actually done it, because even though it's a bridge and it's a transition and it's a threshold that I've been talking about and that I'm going to continue talking about so long as we're in this time, it feels so different. Like, you've actually conquered that beast of fear, and you're able to witness it and recognize it without being a victim of it. Okay. And this is where the story changes for you, for your lineage, because you are so clear that this is about you holding your vision and about you leading with your heart. That is so crystal clear to you now that I saw things like just cascading off of you. And it was a lot of things. It was not by any means, I'm not trying to downplay the kinds of energies that are currently around us. It was very heavy, but it was cascading off of you. And like, what's been missing is, I hate to say it this way, but I'm just going to be frank. It's like a lot of us needed our hearts to be broken open because we were intellectualizing a lot of our spiritual journey, but still not really leading with our hearts, still in fear of being authentically ourselves, still in fear of what that means to lead with your heart and to be like a true lover. We were still in fear of that, fears of getting hurt, fears of not being seen, of having to hide. Like, we were still in this like protective mode of our hearts. And so this time has been very painful for some. I think for others who have gone through this, it's been more productive. Like, those who are slightly ahead of this have been more focused on either stability or growth. But I feel like the collective has actually been mostly releasing this pain. And what I want to say, like, the main message that I got, the main download that I got was about, and I want to cry. Like, when I think about this, when I felt it, I just wanted to cry. It was like God saying, it's not yours to carry. Like, your part in it is to feel it, is to process it. but it's absolutely not yours to carry. It's yours to release and to leave at the feet of God, at the altar of the universe. It's not supposed to weigh you down. We're supposed to learn from it. It's supposed to activate us. It's supposed to actually bring new ideas. We're supposed to pour this pain into our art, into our projects. Like, there are so many great things that come from these experiences. And that's really what's meant to happen. We're not meant to carry it forever. We are meant to have that kind of trust in God, and to act like who we are, which is God's children, and to say, this is too big for me to carry. Like, for you to try to sit there and understand why this happened and why this other person could have done this and what's wrong with them. And now let me diagnose them, and now let me label them as this bad thing, as this horrible experience that I had, as this narcissistic partner or parent. Like, that part, leave it to God. Okay, that part is not for you to understand. It's for you to release and move forward. And the more that we get stuck in this energy, it's like the harder it is to release it, right? So there was this message of like, when these things happen, I'm just like getting something else related to this. And I'm just going to say it because I don't want to lose it. And it is related to pain. And it's about darkness and light. We've been in this schooling of identifying darkness and light. And most of us have learned to choose light, right? Or to spend a dedicated amount of time to shadow work and really look at our darkness, right? But in this threshold, there's this feeling that you actually understand now that it's not about either. There is no separation of darkness and light. There's just life. And you are able to, at this point in time, you're able to actually just live and be and experience and feel free in the emotions of a human being. Like, that part of you has been reset. It's been activated. You've understood that. And it's time for you to, I'm almost getting like, this is so cute. It's like, you know, when you start like working out a muscle and it feels really awkward and weird. That's almost like what we're doing right now. It's like we're testing out this, I don't know, it's like we're testing out this new level of fitness, right? And that's what this, now I'm understanding what the stability was about when it was coming through. I couldn't quite place it, but the stability is actually about like, why don't you take, you know, these new legs for like a test run, okay? And you've been on this marathon, so it's funny that it's coming as this analogy of like testing your legs out, right? And taking them for a run. You've been enduring so much, okay? And I'm laughing because I'm feeling the energy of what's sort of beyond this. And I'm like satiated in that positivity and in that playfulness. So don't mistake what I'm feeling for, or what I'm saying for what I'm feeling, because I actually felt the depths of the pain and it was excruciating. And I wanted to hold you, and I wanted to like cradle you, and I wanted to say, like, my baby, just release it, give it to me, I've got you. I don't think that we understand what happens when we're able to do that. It's like the slate is wiped clean and we're able to begin again, but stronger, yet lighter. God has said that you've done this through strength. You ran this marathon with an incredible amount of strength, with an incredible will, with incredible power of the mind, of where you want to go. But this time, that power that you carry is not from those places. It's actually from your heart. Your heart is now, this is why you're embodying, like your soul and your body are now having the same experience. This is why you have stepped into your embodiment. This is why you've stepped into being much closer to your higher self, because your body and your soul are having the same experience now. It's not separated. And that's why it's not about darkness or light anymore. It's just about life and you feeling free to experience it however you want to, right? My point, what I was getting about God saying, I saw your strength, I saw your performance, I saw the training, the conditioning, I saw the wounds, the pains, the injuries. But the one thing that you didn't bring, or that you didn't bring enough of, is what's beyond this threshold, which is why I'm being called to talk about this right now. And it's actually the opposite energy of what we were bringing. It's actually softness. It's love. It's connection. It's truth. It's walking in your truth, speaking your truth, authenticity. It's that divine mother energy that we've been talking about for a long time. It's about leading with that ability to nurture those around us, but from having nurtured ourselves and our needs first. There's no more victimhood. That time is done. And the empowerment is not about mindset. It's not about strength. We needed that at that time. It wasn't wrong. We needed to build that fortitude, that solidarity to ourselves and our convictions and our truth. But now it's about softness and openness and flow. Like that waterfall that I saw cascading, just cascading off of you. The floodgates opening, you welcoming in. This profound change is going to change your life forever. But this is about you realizing that you being here now and you craving to create a certain life is only possible when you realize that you give these pains to God, you don't carry them, and you walk with God every step of the way. Because that is who's going to hold your hand through all of this, and that is what's going to open the doors that you know you need to walk through. Because again, that inner knowing, and I said this in my last video, that inner knowing of where you want to go is not just your own idea and your own dream. You're having it for a reason. And that's what being in co-creation with God is about. What I'm talking about here, guys, is incredibly profound, but it's actually the way forward. It's actually the way through this threshold. And we need to remember it every day. We need to make it a daily practice of not of not carrying burdens that are not our own, and to continue to shine that light onto others. I had this vision that holding the vision, which is something that we've been doing, which is what has gotten us to this point. So it's incredible that we've been able to do that. But the difference now through this threshold and beyond is that it's not just holding it, it's projecting it from our hearts onto others, meaning that every action we take, everything that we react to, everything that we bring in every moment with every person in every situation has to be from love. Not about saying it, not about wearing it, on your t-shirt or your hat, but actually being it, right? Embodying it. Some of you are still sitting in this smell of regret, right? Like you're still like ruminating whether you made that right turn, whether you made the right turnaround, whether you should have turned around, whether you should have kept going, whether you should have dropped that thing, whether you should have gone back. There's a lot of questioning, like a big questioning of the path and where you are at the moment. And I want to say to you that if that is you, if you feel like you are questioning that, you're not holding the vision and you're not trusting God. Because when you doubt that, when you doubt anything, it's just because you're sensing that it's temporary. Okay? So you don't necessarily need to be destructive and change everything from one day to the next, but you're just aware that this is a temporary situation. So either by you shifting your perspective, it's going to evolve within itself, or you're going to feel so clearly that you can no longer continue with this person, with this job, with this industry, whatever it is. Like, you will know it so clearly, you won't be questioning your path. So understand that the doubt is really just you sensing the temporariness of it, okay? Allow things to unfold. Allow yourself to be human and to have those moments of like, okay, now I feel it. Now it's time to move. But I will say this, no matter what, right now, there's no turning back. This is not about you going backwards. Because even if you do, even if you make that conscious choice to go backwards, what you find there will be, you will still be different. The world will still be different. The earth is different. Okay? So you're still going to be on the path that you are meant to walk, either way. Okay? This analogy about testing your new muscles, testing your new legs, if you will, it's because God wants you to run alongside God and to see what's actually possible, and for you to tap into that part of you where things are not right and wrong anymore, and you can actually go out there and just play. Just play. And do you remember when you were a kid and you would just play for hours and you would create things and you didn't question yourself, like, why am I doing this? Where am I headed? What is this? Am I doing the right thing? Like, no, you would just lose yourself in it, right? And that is really the energy that is calling us right now. And the only way to get there is to feel like a child of God and to leave your pain to God and continue to trust and to use your newfound legs to run alongside and to really have fun and play in this journey called life. Okay, the tough part is over. And if you find yourself hanging on to it, it's because you haven't released it yet. You haven't You haven't let it go, and you haven't allowed yourself to break open. And so anything negative or painful that is happening to you or that you're calling in is because of the design of all this, which is to continue to break you open until you surrender into the true nature of who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. So it's all from love. And it's all about you realizing that. And that's what's happening in this threshold. It's a transition into a much lighter, a much freer time where it doesn't have to be militant, where you don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to sacrifice yourself, because when it's from love, it's received even more powerful than from your blood, sweat, and tears. That already happened. And you've been reborn, you've been renewed, you've been rebirthed. But you must recognize that. We are beyond the threshold of fear. And we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to embrace this new life, this new day, this new way of being, in a much more slower, peaceful pace that is patient and loving and kind. And to be honest, I can't imagine it any other way anymore. I'm too tired of being the strong one, of being the powerful one, of being the destructive one, of changing gears in a moment's notice. Have you ever heard that saying, your lack of planning is not my emergency? I mean, I'm probably butchering it, but something to that effect. I feel like, in a way, we have been responding to the world from that place of like a state of emergency, to fix things, to repair them, to heal them. And from a good place, but it's like that state of emergency is not there anymore. And we've just been carrying all this pain that we haven't really been able to release, because we've been in this marathon and we've been like 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes or 10 more steps or 3 more breaths, right? We'll get there, we'll get there. And I think the main message tonight that I've downloaded has been, you're ready, and it's now. No more having to run heavy like that with that pain. You know, we talked a lot about deliverance the past few years, and we're here. So recognize that and be in that gratitude of what that means to be here. And you will drop into the magic and excitement of what's coming. I promise you. I love you so much.